Well, hello. Yes. I'm your lawman, and I'm back. I'm back, baby. Yeah. Or if I was back in my hometown, I'm back. I'm back, baby. Yes. But welcome. This is my channel, of course, Ask the Lawman, and I am your lawman. And I pray that you all been well. I know life is challenging sometimes, but we are strong and we're gonna get through it. Um, and I'm back with another question here, and it was a good question. And the question is, can you discuss the role of police officers in responding to mental health crisis, including the use of crisis intervention teams and collaboration with mental health professionals? Yes, this is a very challenging topic. And there is no easy answer. Um, in my 28 years in law enforcement, and 28 years is a long time, I've seen the mental health crisis like increase over 100-fold. I remember, I'm gonna give you say for instance, if you had 100 people in this city, you might have back in '96, you might have 5 to 10 people at most who was walking around, and everybody know they talk to themselves. They're like, he crazy. But there was very few. There was very few. But now, oh man, if it was 10% back then out of 100, using that same number, it's probably about 35-40% increase. And that's crazy. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Over half my calls is dealing with mental health. Um, and there's got to be something going on. And I've been known to be a conspiracy theorist. But it's like what I come up with makes better sense than what they tell us. Um, it's it is crazy. Now, as for what we can do, I mean, we have very few resources. We have very few resources as a sheriff's department or police department. Our numbers are way down. That's not just where I'm at, but nationwide. Our numbers are down. Um, and then, as far as the health professionals, we had a long-term facility here that used to treat and get these guys off the street and get them treatment, but it closed down years ago. It closed down. So a lot of these people are just in the street. I mean, you see them on the corners, you see them in the store, um, scaring customers, uh, putting their hands on customers, just acting crazy. Um, and unfortunately, our only way to deal with them, a lot of them are in jail. Jail. Yeah, jail. Even when we take them to the mental health facility, they're short term. They might be in there 3 days or a week. And I've been dealing with a lot of families are frustrated because I've been to their house several times on the same people, and they're frustrated because they said it's just gonna hold them for 3 days or 7 days, and they're gonna be right back. And a lot of them are really terrorizing their loved ones. Some of them are dangerous. They're dangerous to their loved ones. You in the bed sleeping, and this person might be up roaming the house, hearing voices. Voice might tell them to get a knife or something and harm the family. That has happened. So This is and I'm saying all of this to let you know that this is bigger. This is bigger than what the police can do. We can only do so much, and the answer that we have for most of the stuff is incarceration, and we know that that's not doing it. But at the same time, when these people out harming people, we can't let them stay on the street, and we can't allow the excuse to be that they're schizophrenic or whatever. Um, so the answer, okay, you say, I've heard some people say, okay, well, you can get a healthcare provider, mental health to ride with the deputies and the police. Okay, do you really think that they have enough staff to put a health care provider in every patrol car for 12 hours a day? No, 24 hours a day, because you're going to have to be on both shifts because they are doing something. They don't sleep. They're constantly doing stuff around the clock. So I'm like, and maybe you guys can comment and maybe you can have a better answer than mine. But I don't think so. But maybe you can prove me wrong. You know, I've been known to be wrong every now and then. Um, I'm gonna tell you, it's I was watching a video years ago, and it's about these I guess they are like I don't know if they're ministers or priests over in India. And these old men with these long beards, they sit there and they smoke. They smoke some type of drug and whatever. And what they say it does is open them up for spirits. And that's what I believe this is. You know, of course, modern science would get you to not believe in the scriptures and stuff. They don't want you to believe in possession. But what else is it? What else is it? When something inside your head, because these people really hear those voices inside their head. I've been dealing with it long enough. I worked in healthcare for 5 years as a at a medical center as a police officer. And these people really hear voices. These people are possessed. Anytime that something is inside you and you hearing these voices, it's called possessed. And these voices are talking to them for real, telling them to do a lot of bad things. But we wanna chalk it all up to schizo. But I will tell you this. I've been going to a lot of single mothers home, and their 15 to 16-year-old daughter son, who was a straight A student, who was a good child. They was hanging out with friends and they hit the marijuana. I'm the marijuana, but Mary, they hit it. And they said they've been having problems ever since. Ever since they hit it. Um, they don't start fighting the mother, destroying the house. So like I discussed on the video a couple of months ago, this marijuana that you buy from Pookie and Ray Ray and Lil Dookie Boy, it is not natural. It is not natural. And I believe whatever they putting in this stuff is opening these people up, especially our youth. When you're that young, your mind is not settled. It's opening our youth up to be possessed by these spirits. That's what it is. Now, modern science call it schizo, but I believe that you are possessed. You are possessed with a spirit. And you know, even the older people, they had a way of dealing with it, and they used to call like the women witches and stuff like this. So it's been around for years. In the Bible, when this man was going around with with all kind of swords and beating itself and throwing itself to the ground. So this stuff is not new. It is not new. So you want to know really my solution? Because this is what the question says, okay, can you discuss the role of police officers in responding to mental health crisis, including the use of crisis intervention teams, collaboration with mental health professionals? I don't think none of that gonna work. None of it gonna work. I've seen it. It doesn't work. But you know what will? And it says, if my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray, seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I'll heal their land. Yeah, it's gonna take the Most High God. That's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take the Most High God and these fathers to stay in these families and the mothers to stay in these families and to be involved in the children's life. That's what it's going to take. That is the answer. It's going to take, we're going to have to pray. We're going to have to seek righteousness, pray of our children. That's the answer. It's not in the police. It's not in the healthcare. The enemy is busy. The enemy has came in and slipped in, and the powers to be won't even acknowledge what it is. They want to say, hey, well, he had this in his family and it just triggered it. No, 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 no. It don't work like that. I don't care what they say. You can't tell me. Let me tell you something. I remember when I was working at this medical facility, and I was never the ones who like to get shots. I just don't do shots. But my first 2 years, I got a religious exemption. It was the flu shot. And before then, I had never had the flu. I was well into my 40s and had never had the flu. And my third through fifth year there, they told me that if I want to continue to work there, I would have to get this shot. And I got sick every year. Every year I got the flu. That was the first time I ever caught the flu. In those first 2 years there, everybody, including the nurses and the other deputies and the doctors who got that shot, everybody was getting sick except me. And I had one doctor to tell me that it was all in my mind. And I told him, look, you mean to tell me my mind willed me to get 102-degree temp, cough up blood, and just be sick as a dog? No, no, no. I said, I trust my body more than I trust you. And the old cat got mad at me and stopped speaking to me. Look, man, these people, these doctors are not God. They say they practice medicine for a reason. So, and I'm not trying to be anti anything because you have to do what you think is best for you. But the healthcare places are not set up for it. This is a God thing. And notice I didn't say church thing. I didn't say church thing. A lot of these churches are not right. This is a God thing. This is a thing that we're going to have to get together. And if we get together and we do that, and we humble ourselves and pray and seek his face, that'll not only cut down on the mental health crisis or the possession crisis, as I said, it'll cut down on the crime. These young men and young women that have a father in their family who can instill discipline. And they'll see a man in their house who loved their mother and loved them. And they'll do the same. Of course, you're going to have a few stragglers on the way, but for the most part, so I'm not going to preach, and this is not what this channel's for, but I will answer the question, and I have to answer it to the best of my ability. And as of now, we don't have no way, there's no way to treat this. I got a quick story. They give us this narcissus. I know I'm mispronouncing it, narcissus, whatever. But it's supposed to, when we ride up on somebody, somebody's overdosing on opioid. It's supposed to bring them back. And this one man who was overdosed, and I mean, he was in the spiritual realm, and we gave him that Nova. No, it's not Novocaine, but anyway, when he came back, he was so upset with us. He was upset with me, the fireman, and the paramedics because we messed up his eye. Yeah, we messed up his eye. So, what can you do with something like that? Now we can get on the feds who's supposed to be protecting our borders, who've been letting this stuff in here, because a lot of the higher ups are benefiting from it. We can do that. If Singapore can keep guns and everything else out their borders, we can do it too. But that ain't what a lot of the powers to be want. All right, I didn't mean to make this video as long, but I'm just letting you know that I love you. And if you have any questions, you can email me at askthelawman@gmail.com, askthelawman@gmail.com, and I will have your answer. And please show me love. Hit the like button or dislike button. Subscribe to the channel. Watch the entire video. I'm trying to keep them short. I didn't even mean to go this long. But this is what's going to help me continue to be able to make content. And I'm going to get better. I'm going to start doing reaction videos. I'm still working on that. But I need for you guys to help me grow. Once again, askthelawman@gmail.com. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and watch the entire video. All right. Remember, I am your lawman, and if you got a question, I will get the answer. Peace.